Okay. So, after we stopped being friends, and at the time, okay, so this is what it was. At the time, I think, I don't know, I think Bethany saw it as I was finishing the relationship, and I saw it as I'm giving you an opportunity to continue the relationship, and you aren't taking it, and therefore, like, I'm the one making the decision to not have the relationship anymore, but you're the one that is, anyway, is very, I'm growing up. And I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. I still want to be treated with love and respect by everybody, and she's being an effing doll. So, I don't know. Maybe something's changed. But I had all these dreams, right? And one of them, I wrote about it. One of them, I was like, Kelly and I were out in a parking lot. We were just talking for several hours. And then the program coordinator of the GLBT office at USU, because I was at USU at the time that this happened with Bethany, she was there with us. And then we all decided to go back to church, the Mormon church. Like, not just join, but, like, go to the service, the church service. And we went, and we, like, the next Sunday, we were like, oh, let's do it again. So we did it, and then we, like, halfway through the church service, we were like, you know what? None of us really want to be here, and it's all kind of, like, it does, like, this doesn't feel good to any of us. And so we left, and drank a bunch of beer, which, I mean, I hate beer. It tastes horrible. Ugh. I mean, I drink, and I do like an occasional alcoholic drink, but I don't like beer. But we were drinking a bunch of beer, and it was weird, because we weren't getting drunk at all. We were just drinking a ton. And Mari disappeared from the dream. Like, she just wasn't there anymore. You know how dreams are, right? And then Bethany was there. And I talked to Bethany. And it was really sad to wake up to. You know those dreams where you're like, you finally express what you have in your heart, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, I wish that conversation had gone as well as it did in my dream. This was one of those, because I talked with Bethany, and I talked about how, oh, I saw her, and I missed her so much. They said, let me just look at you. Like, I just want to look at your face and memorize your face. And, it's interesting, the, not romantic, but in a friendship way, the intimate connection that I feel to Bethany that comes out in my dreams. Bethany and I were very close friends for, I think, 6 years. And the best way to describe our relationship, I think, I was looking back at movies, where we were both in them and talking to each other, and you could really see that we both loved each other. Like, not in a romantic sense, but we loved each other. We cared about each other. We watched out for each other. We had a deep connection to each other. And she moved away to college, and we saw each other less. And of course, I mean, that always happens, right? Not her fault, not my fault, but we distanced a little bit. You know, she found other friends, I found other friends, but we still were really, really close. I came out as a lesbian, and I think it was really hard on her, but in a lot of ways, she was really, really good, in ways that I didn't really appreciate at the time, which I told her in my first letter on her mission, when I asked if we could be friends again, right? But in this dream, I talked to her, and I was just like, I miss you so much. I wish we could be friends, but I need friends who will love and respect me, and not treat me with disgust, and not treat my love for this person, Kelly, with disgust. And it was just like, I don't know. And then at the end of the dream, we were in the parking lot, and suddenly, like, these 3 cars drove in, and they like scattered dollar bills everywhere. And then I looked at Kelly and I was like, oh, that's my dad telling me that I need to come home, which is weird because I wasn't living with my father at the time, but, well, with my parents at the time, but, I was like, that's my dad telling me that we need to come home. It's like 3 in the morning. I feel really bad that we didn't tell my dad where we were, like, we were out doing stuff. Anyway, bizarre dream. But it's weird sometimes writing Bethany because I've got a lot of different memories of her, you know what I mean? And it's hard because we haven't really talked, I mean, other than in the letters. I don't know that we really have known each other very well other than the letters for a couple of years now. And so it's kind of like I don't want to be too presumptuous and assume that I have this intimate connection to someone who you're not, you know what I mean? And I don't want to overstep my limits. You know, we did have this falling out, and I don't want to be like, oh, everything's great and we're fine, and you know, I'm okay, but if she's not, I don't want to overdo anything. I don't want her to feel pressured to respond with anything. Anyway, you know, it's just working with people and working with different kinds of people, but it's more than that. It's working with people that you want in your life, and sometimes it's just tender ground to walk on. We were watching, Kelly and me, we're watching through these videos because I changed so much. We're watching these especially the first one, and I'm talking up here, like, oh yeah, I think, no, maybe not that, my voice is kind of cracking still because the testosterone is still taking effect. Oh, I love it. I don't know that I have an Adam's apple more than I did before, but it does feel sturdier and thicker, but I have to be careful. Because I always see these things, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I mean, in reality, it really is. It's like a teenage boy who's like, oh, do I have a hair coming in? Do I have you know, and their voice is cracking, and I don't know. Maybe it's more embarrassing for teenage boys. It's not so embarrassing for me, because people in my life are like, oh yeah, that's totally supposed to be happening, like, right now. And I think it's kind of funny, and I'm like, excuse me, 20 years, and now I get to live my life. Anyway, I talked about that before. I am really happy about it. You know what else is annoyingly convenient that I have to not do? And I mean, I don't really do it, I just joke about it. That if I do something that is considered to be feminine, then I can blame it on being raised in this society as a woman. And if I do something masculine, I can say, oh, well, that's just because I am a boy. And you know, that's, I mean, to a certain extent, I think that's true, right? I did not have the social conditioning of other boys to where I mean, I'll talk with my hands a lot, and I'll do other things. One of my friends says that I have a gay car, which, I mean, of course, if a man is feminine, then he's gay, right? But sorry, I just need to walk around. I'm restless. Anyway, so I have to be careful, though, because sometimes I overdo it, and I notice things that aren't really there in my body and in my actions. Yeah. I'm looking around the house. We cleaned it yesterday. I'm really bad at cleaning things consistently. You know what I mean? I'm good at cleaning something, making it completely clean, and then being like, for the next few days, keeping it clean, and then after that, it's like, oh, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. We'll clean it right now. We're really busy we're cleaning it. We'll clean it later. We're really busy right now, and then it just kind of piles up. And then our friend is coming over, and we're thinking, we've got counters full of dishes. What do we do with them? We can't clean them. We're really embarrassed, so we will put them in another bedroom. So anyway, I got home, got my mail, and now I gotta fill out some applications online.